Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming to our ribbon cutting. I'd like to start with the playing of the national anthem. Brian Rowe from Whitman High School, band director James Lynham on trumpet, and Kelly Neville will sing. So if you all could stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' fragor, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice, thank you. All of you know I'm not a very good public speaker, so I'm just going to put that out there. Good afternoon, welcome. My name is Kevin Cleary. I am the chairman of the DPW Commissioners as well as chairman of the Building Committee. I'd like to welcome you all here today. I'd like to welcome any members of the Select Board, our Town Administrator, Mary Beth Carter, fellow DPW Commissioners, members of the DPW Building Committee, other town department heads and employees, and of course the employees of the DPW. I guess this time I'd like Mary Beth, you're up. You want to say a few words?
Thank you, Kevin. Mary Beth Carter, Town Administrator, DPW Building Committee member. I am pleased to welcome everyone to today's ribbon cutting ceremony to celebrate the opening of the town's new Department of Public Works facility. Today is a very big deal for our town, especially for the DPW Commissioners Kevin Cleary, Ken Layler, Mark Poria, Dave Cook, and Joe Iannone, as well as DPW Superintendents Bruce Martin and Dave LeMay, and all the DPW employees who have looked forward to this day for so many years. Unfortunately, Select Board Chairman Carl Kowalski and Select Board Vice Chairman Dan Silvucci were unable to attend this event today to join in the celebration and to say a few words. They truly wanted to be part of this special event. I am thrilled that the DPW employees now have a new, modern, up-to-date facility in which to work and operate the Park and Highway and Water and Sewer divisions for the town. Congratulations. This new building is so well deserved. I know that operating your departments out of the Armory these past several months hasn't been ideal. However, we were fortunate to have had this space available to utilize. The American Legion was kind enough to allow the DPW to use a portion of their parking lot during this time of transition. For this, the town is grateful. Thank you to everyone that contributed to the success of this project, especially the Select Board, Finance Committee, and most importantly, the voters of Whitman. There were also several town departments that contributed to this project. I appreciate the input from the police department, fire department, and building department. I especially want to thank the IT Director, Josh McNeil, Assistant IT Director, Steve Burke, and our Facilities Director, Todd DeCudo, for all their hard work to make this beautiful new building fully operational. I'd like to recognize the DPW Building Committee members, Chairman Kevin Cleary, Vice Chairman Frank Lynham, Dan Silvucci, Bruce Martin, Dave LeMay, Dave Cook, Dennis Smith, and Rick Anderson for their commitment to this project. Special thanks to Frank Lynham, Bruce Martin, Dennis Smith, and Rick Anderson, who also served as DPW Building Subcommittee members. They attended weekly construction meetings throughout the entire project. They were directly involved in the many decisions that were made each week with the OPM, architect, and the general contractor throughout every stage of the project. I'd also like to acknowledge State Representative Allison Almeida Sullivan and her aide Catherine Mullen and Senator Michael Brady, who were instrumental in gaining the approval from Governor Maura Healey for the passing of the special legislation which was required for this project to proceed. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our OPM, Scott Luker, Neil Joyce, and team of Construction Monitoring Services, our architect, Greg Yancheko, and team of Helene Carl Architects, our general contractor, Tony Giantomaso, and team of Page Building Construction, and our LSP, Andrea Stiller of ADS Environmental Engineering, for their collective efforts and expertise, which resulted in the state-of-the-art building. As you can see, it is very impressive and undoubtedly will be a highlight of the town's municipal infrastructure and amenities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Beth. This building has been a long time coming. I think over 17 years ago, the feasibility study was done that said the DPW needed a new facility. And through a lot of heartache, a lot of hard work, a lot of countless hours by a lot of the people that Mary Beth just mentioned and others got us to where we are today. Again, I'd like to thank Senator Brady and Representative Sullivan and their help for securing the funding for this project. Our select board, our town administrator, for supporting the project throughout the years through many different sagas. Our DPW building committee, and especially our subcommittee, as Mary Beth mentioned, Frank, Rick, Dennis, that really kept this project moving. They met with the contractor on a weekly basis at all the different meetings, sometimes more than weekly. They were available whenever needed. And that's really what kept this project going, kept us on schedule, and kept us on the budget as well. And I think that's something to be very proud of, that this project came in under budget. I'd like to thank the DPW commissioners for supporting this project throughout the years, from some initial votes when we weren't so lucky and the current vote a couple of years ago that we were successful. I'd like to thank the other department heads, town departments. We used some of your resources over the last 14, 16 months. We certainly appreciate that, them lending hand and being available. And especially as Mary Beth mentioned, Josh McNeil and our IT department. Obviously, with the new building comes a lot of new technology, which is great. And Josh has been very helpful in getting all that up and running. And of course, our project team, our OPM Construction Monitoring Services, our architect, Helene Carl, and of course, our builder, Page Building Construction. Without them, this project wouldn't be here. Again, their tireless efforts working us from all through the original getting awards and getting this approved, all through design and to what you see here today. So thank you. Lastly, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank the residents of Whitman for supporting this project. Without them, we wouldn't have it. They voted for approval, certainly took on the financial responsibility to build this structure. And again, I think one of the things I'm most proud of is that we brought it in on a budget. So ultimately helping everyone in a very tough financial time. This building was built to give the DPW employees the building they deserve. The DPW employees are people who keep your water clean, they keep your sewer system operating, they keep your roads clear during snowstorms, they fix and repair your roads and sidewalks, and they keep our parks and fields looking pristine. This building gives them the basic facilities that we didn't have, like a heated bathroom or a break room that didn't have mice running through it. So the employees, the men and women of the DPW, deserve this building. They work hard every day for the residents of Whitman, and I'm glad that we can give this to them. The building will help with our fleet. Our biggest expense to the DPW is our equipment, and what we now have is a state-of-the-art facility with climate-controlled storage to put our equipment in. And we have a state-of-the-art mechanics area. We have some very talented mechanics that work for us, that service and operate and work on our equipment. So those are the benefits that you'll see down the road that we'll be able to sustain and maintain our fleet. Lastly, again, I want to thank all the committee, different committees, town departments, town employees, DPW employees, and of course the residents for supporting this project. It's a beautiful building for a talented group of dedicated employees. So we're going to do a little ribbon cutting up here, and I would invite everyone to come through, take a look, and enjoy the building. Thank you.
There you go. Take a picture.
Do it.
You're gonna cut?
You gotta-